everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. As you can tell by the title, this is another pattern release. I actually have it on because the details I want to talk about, you may as well just see it on me, right? I don't have to necessarily take this one off to explain anything to you, but yes, I am so super excited. I think by now you would have seen my previous video. Yes, you would have, of the other pattern release I was talking about. And if you've been following along, you all know that I've been saying there's a few new pattern releases, re-releases coming out. And so this is a new pattern release for you today. And I am very excited about it. And you all, again, in my favorite color, you know how we do. For those who don't know, welcome. You don't know how we do for those who are new to the channel. So I just want to say welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. I tell you what, if you like the content, you like what you hear, like what you see, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss the next upload. And so yeah, and that upload will be, by the way, on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. This is going to be a very quick review because this is a very, can I say it one more time, very easy dress to put together, or top. And I have done both, and I'm going to share both with you. What am I talking about? This is the new pattern by Itch to Stitch. Okay, this is Future Editing Me. I totally forgot to say the name of the top and dress. Is the new Itch to Stitch Solar Top and Dress. I of course was a tester for this pattern, and when this came up, I was like, that is so me. Absolutely love it. We making that. We are definitely making that. So this is definitely a simple top, but do not be, put off by that, because the details in it is absolutely lovely. And I'm going to get into the details. Let me just give you the description. So for all of you who are on Itch to Stitch newsletter list, you already know how Candace does it. She does drop a sale price for the release of the pattern, and so this pattern is on sale. I'll put on the screen exactly what the sale is, but don't fret. Check the description box down below. I will have a link to the pattern, and you'll see what the sale price is. But also it is an affiliate link, so for those who might not be familiar with affiliate links, I believe everybody is, but affiliate links is a way that I earn a small commission if you use my link to purchase the pattern. So hey, if you want to support, go ahead and use my link down in the description box to purchase this lovely pattern. Quick details. So you do have the option to make a top or a dress. I made a top for my test fit, just to see how the fit goes and construction and all of that good stuff, and I'll share that with you in a moment. There is a V neckline with elastic gathers on each side, which is over here. You almost can't see it on mine just because of the color of my print, but let me tell you, this right here, I absolutely love this, especially for me, because you all know I say this many times, I'm more narrow up in here. So anything that has some kind of little feature or detail up in here, I usually like. And because this is a V-neck, yes, absolutely love it. And so the short sleeves are created to be extended from the shoulder, so there is no setting in sleeves or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. Now the neckline as well as the sleeves do have bias binding, so, and you just cut the fabric piece for that. And this is made for knit fabrics. I made the one I'm wearing is in the ITY. I picked this ITY up last year from Zaloof Fabrics. The muslin I'm going to share with you, I don't know where that fabric came from because I've had it forever, and it's one of those that I decided, I would leave in my stash just to save for stuff like this, or if it was something else I wanted to make quick or something like that. So that's what I did. And so the different types, let me just tell you, the different types of fabric that you can use is something with good stretch and recovery. So 50%, she says 4-way stretch that has good recovery. So you're talking about your jersey. You can use Ponte, which is typically a little bit thicker. So this will definitely make a beautiful, for those who live in areas where it gets colder, you know, or cooler, that fall winter starts setting in. This will be perfect for that. ITY, which is what I have, a viscose French terry and double brush poly, were the suggestions. Everything is sewn up in a 3/8 inch seam allowance. You know that Itch to Stitch has the full bust pieces, as well as the sizing goes up to a size 40. And so let me just tell you real quick about the body measurement. So the bust starts at a size 00 and goes up to a size 40. And so that means the bust starts at a 31 1/8 inch, and it goes up to a bust of 60 inches with a high waist up to a 54 1/4 inch and a hip up to a 62 inch. So yes, definitely size inclusive. So I want to get into my test version, and I'm going to pop up a quick video too, so you can see why I made the change I did on my final. So this is my test. This is it feels like a brushed knit. I don't know where I got this from, but it's very lightweight. It's very drapey, and it's sewed up beautifully. I actually wish I could remember where I got this. I do not. I've had this for several years in my stash. So I decided to make a top out of it for my test fit. You can see here the gathers on the sleeve. I absolutely love this. The gathers fall, if you can tell, right in the middle of the sleeve front there. And then you have the bias binding here, the V, and then the sleeves. So the sleeves also have the binding that you add, and like I said, the top, the neckline, I should say, and then you have the V. And so construction for this is super duper easy. There's nothing overly complicated to go over. If you made any of Itch to Stitch patterns, you know when she does that bias binding technique on the arms or around the neckline, you know that you are wrapping the seam with that bias binding, so you don't see your stitching seam. So I sewed this up in with the serger. I don't know if I can show you this, the serger. Yeah. And so if you can see that, I don't know if you could see that, but and so when you're putting on the binding, depending on different applications of binding, how you attach it, you might see your the stitching, but you don't see that here. And she do call you to stitch in the ditch on the front. And the V-neck, same thing with how to make sure you get a nice V. Her technique always works. Very easy, very simple, not complicated at all. So I definitely highly recommend that. And so when I first made this, and I'll pop up a quick video here, I sewed a size 16 starting at the top, and I graded out to an 18 at the hip. And so my measurements are 44, 45 for the full bust, and then my waist is around 37, 38, and my hip is like a 47 right now. So technically I really should have graded out to a 20, but I was thinking, well, this is kind of drapey. Let me just see how this works. It's a top, so it's no big deal. And so if you can tell in the video and then a couple pictures, I felt like it was a little snug around the hip area. So I knew when I made this dress that I was going to grade out. And I am using an ITY for this, and ITYs are drapey, you all know that, but I wanted more movement, so I actually graded out. I started same thing, 16 up here, and then when I got around the bust, I went out. No, I stayed at the 18, and then around right up under the arm side, I graded out to a size 22, and that was just because I just wanted more movement in this dress. I didn't want it to be as snug because I'm going to be wearing it now when it's much warmer, and we have here in Texas, many more warm days ahead of us, and everything. So I know when I throw this on, I just want it to be comfortable, not sticking to me and that type thing. So that's what I did for the final, and I'll pop up, if I haven't already, video and everything here in pictures. I absolutely love this dress. This is so up my alley. If y'all didn't know, now you know, but many of you probably would guess, yeah, that is something that, yeah, Natita would wear. For sure would make him wear. And I definitely want more. So far as construction time, let me just say, hour and a half, about an hour and a half, and it might have taken me just about, no, I would say an hour and a half for the muslin and 2 hours for this. And the only reason it took me a little longer, because you all know I am not good with the stitch and the ditch stuff, so I just took my time to do the stitch and the ditch around here and make sure that, you know, you didn't see any threads or anything, you know, the stitch marks. So that worked out. Plus I was able to add my my label in the back, my garment label. So for those who are new, I do sell garment labels on my website, so I'll leave a link to that down below. But anyway, yeah, I absolutely love this. Easy to make, easy to sew. How much fabric I used was about 1.5 yards, not even 2 yards. So for the sizing that I did do, yeah, it was about 1.5 yards, I want to say. Y'all know I'm always trying to, I don't always follow the layouts in patterns and stuff like that, but but I was like, because I love this fabric, I love this fabric, I wanted to, you know, have enough left over, and I do. If I want to make a top of some sort, I have enough fabric left over. Now about this fabric real quick, to close out about the pattern, absolutely love it. Highly recommend you pick this one up. This is such a good one and such very easy to make and beautiful with the different fabric choices to transition to your fall winter wardrobe making, right? What I will say about sewing this fabric, that was a little something. You all know I've said this before, not all ITYs are created equal, and this particular ITY I felt was finicky when I ironed it. And so well, I won't say iron, I was pressing the seam, because when you do the binding, you have to fold up one edge by 3/8 inch and press that down. So that's what I did. It held the crease but not the press. Am I saying that right? I don't think I'm saying that right, but you all know. So when I folded it up to press, it kept, you could see the crease line, but it just unfolded. It never stayed together. And so I noticed that I don't buy a lot of ITY. So yeah, I did notice that with this. And so I was like, so that was a little annoying, I must admit, but I appreciated that the crease line stayed, so I knew where to refold and pin things down. And actually I didn't use pins when I sewed up both this and that. I use Wonder Clips. You all know I always talk about Wonder Clips. Wonder Clips. And pins and ITY is a hot mess, at least in my opinion. Use Wonder Clips when you're trying to pin, you know, pieces together and stuff. But it's only 4 pattern pieces, so it's good. It's good. All right, everybody, that is it. Let me know what you think. Do you plan to pick this one up? If you do, again, I invite you to use my link. You don't have to, but if you so choose, go ahead and use my link down in the description box. I would greatly appreciate it. But let me know your thoughts on this new pattern release. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video on your way out, and make sure you stay tuned for Wednesday's video. All right, everybody, have a good one. Bye.